Hello everybody, welcome to our channel. Today we are going over a little bit of how we met, do's and don'ts from our own experiences of dating sites, especially for long distance, some general advice.
I will call it like a dating tips on how to survive there, how to get your perfect person. If today is your first time seeing this beautiful, gorgeous face, my good name is Cheryl.
I'm Jason.
I'm from Kenya.
I'm from the US.
And we met on a dating site. Yay! Ooh. Yeah, I know. You know, when I used to like I watched so many like couples on internet, on YouTube, and I never believed that people usually meet on a dating site. I used to be like, that's a scam, that's not true. So yeah, I know someone out there, maybe you're watching and you're like, is that even possible? Yes, it is, like product of dating site. And we met on Boo. B-O-O, Boo. So you might check it out. You know, like it might not be the same as like maybe you might find your person on another dating site.
Something I'll say real quick as far as Boo goes, I don't know enough about it. I don't feel like Boo is anything special necessarily. It's just where we met.
Yes.
But like it doesn't feel that it's exceptionally better than anything else. It might be, like, maybe it has things going for it, but that is where we met.
Yes, because I've also seen other people met on After Introduction, Cupid, Tinder. I hope, fingers crossed, you get your person somewhere, regardless. So, guys, if you've texted me on Instagram, I usually respond. And the two dating sites I will always tell someone to try is Boo and OkCupid, and maybe After Introduction. I was in After Introduction. I didn't last there for long. And then before I joined Boo, I was on OkCupid. Girls, it wasn't that bad, but I decided to, it didn't go well as planned, and then I joined Boo twice, and it wasn't that bad for me to go twice. Meaning the first one was not terrible, so it didn't finish me. So you can check it out. We will go straight to the point. I once did a video. I was by myself. So today I think he will be doing most of the talking as we judge him. So make sure you judge him very badly.
Oh, okay.
So we will start on the tips on how to survive on a dating site.
So the first one, if you've ever been, most of you have probably been on a dating site, a dating app. This sucks. It's not fun for most people. Between the bots, the scammers, the people who are there just to catfish you or toy with your feelings, or just jokers.
What is a bot?
A bot is just an account. Basically, it's an account that's not there for the intended purpose. Site dating scene sucks sometimes. So take a break. Just sometimes you just need to unplug for your mental health.
Yeah, example, I joined Boo, was there for a while, deleted the app. I took a break, re-energized, went back, and hola.
Yeah. Know when you've had too much and go detox. If it seems too good to be true, if they're not answering questions, it probably is too good to be true.
Yeah, so in short, tips on how to survive on a dating site. Sometimes it's okay to delete your account and go back, so get off for your mental health. For me, I will say tip number one, I think I'll be talking to ladies and they will be talking to men. So my girl is love yourself, okay? Love yourself, know your worth, okay? And respect yourself. Like when I was there's so many messed up people. What they are asking for, what they want you to do, the type of videos they want you to send. No, don't fall for that, okay? So if someone asks you for a nude, girl, tell him to send you money first. Don't send the nude if they send you the money. Just eat the money. Of course, I'm giving you bad advice. Anyways, yeah, so if they ask you to...
Just ignore those guys.
If they ask you for nudes, don't send them. And sometimes, you know how to chase those people. Just ask them for money and they will run. So respect yourself. Know your worth. Don't send nudes to anyone. Even if you guys are talking, don't trust them, okay? They might parade your properties like your goodies out there for free.
Ask a lot of questions. If you're dating someone local, you can get by with a few less questions, and you can go out for coffee and get to know each other a lot better. But if you're doing long distance, a million questions, 1,000,001 questions. Be fun with it, like ask the obvious ones. What do you like to do? What do you do for a career? What do you want to do? All the stuff to get to know people. Ask them like hypothetical situations, like if you could, take travel to a new planet or a fantasy world, which one would it be? Or
to see out their mind.
Yeah, I don't know, just have fun with it, but get to know each other well. And along the same lines, you need to make sure that you guys talk about your short-term and long-term goals, particularly what you want in life. What do you want to do with your career? Do you want a career? Do you want kids? Is religion important to you? How you respond and feel about alcohol and drugs? If it works out, where would you want to live? Which country?
Yeah.
Assuming you're in different countries, like all these things are important, and just because. So ones that I hear about that really like people. You might be vibing with somebody, you might think it's great, and a lot of people think that if he wants kids and she doesn't, they both kind of think, well, like maybe like this is so good, like maybe he'll see my way down the road, and then like 5 years later they're like, no, I still want kids, and she's like, no, I still don't. Some things you can't really compromise on, and that doesn't mean that there's not people out there that can and do. Like if you're like kids, for example, a few years down the road or whatever, maybe the girl or the guy is like, you know what, like I do want kids, or I'm willing to have a kid, or there might be the opposite, like I want a kid, but honestly you're more important, I'd be perfectly happy not having a kid. Like that happens, but you don't want, some things you need to be a little smart about, so like just be careful with that stuff. Another thing is like career. So
Sleep. Asha.
I love you, baby.
Okay.
Now she's sleeping. These careers, a lot of times, what I see on the internet is a lot of times like guys want, a stay-at-home mom, and some women want to be a stay-at-home mom. But if you want a career and your guy wants to have a woman that stays at home, like those aren't compatible. Again, you might find common ground, like maybe a part-time job or whatever. But if you want like a full career, that financial, independence and everything, like you need to find someone that wants and respects that. Finance is another thing people don't like. People have different opinions. You see a lot of people arguing, and it causes divides in people. So you need to talk about it. Good. So like whether you are both working or whether only one of you is working, like what I don't like to see, and which I see a lot on the internet, and girlies, this is a lot for you, but it can go for everybody. If just the guy is working, or if just one partner is working, and you're not working, that puts you in a vulnerable position. It doesn't necessarily have to be a bad position, but you're vulnerable. You know, like you see all these posts online where like, you know, the guy works, the girl doesn't. You know, if the guy's abusive or whatever, the girl doesn't have money. She can't leave. You know, like it's.
I rebuke in Jesus' name.
You need to talk about these things. So like, you don't want to put yourself in a vulnerable position. If you are both working, how are you splitting the finances?
I know my people, we don't want 50-50. You know, we're like, no 50-50, no.
Everyone is different. At the end of the day, a relationship is a partnership. You need to make things work for both of you, not just one of you. So
Amen.
Sometimes 50-50 makes sense. Sometimes it doesn't. Like,
It doesn't. Okay.
But the point is, like, yeah, like everyone likes to have a little bit of their own spending money and everything, but ideally we don't want to be in debt. We want to look forward to our future and retirement. Yeah, you want to have nice things along the way, but like talk about how you want to do that. Do you want to have one bank account? Do you want to have two? Do you want to have three? It doesn't really matter what you do as long as you guys are both on the same page. You know, don't lie or hide money. Don't secretly rack up credit card debt.
You can hide money.
Yeah, like you're allowed to have your own savings and stuff, and it can be like private. Like you guys can separate that. And for a lot of women, like it can be guys too, but a lot of women, it's kind of recommended, especially if you're going to a new country and stuff, because just for safety, right? It's not necessarily malicious, but like a lot of women are put in vulnerable positions, so protect yourself. But you need to talk and discuss all this because finances are just as big as kids and careers. They can be huge divides in relationships. How much you might like this guy or this girl, like be realistic to an extent, right? Like you can be a little hopeful and stuff, but like if you're not matching on all of these, well, God bless you.
Amen.
The other one is religion. So for some people, religion is a must, right? Like whatever your religion is, the other person has to be that religion, has to follow it, etc. Some people are the opposite. They don't like religion at all. They don't want anyone with religion. And there's plenty of people, I think, that are on the middle grounds, right? Like, you're allowed to do your thing, I'm allowed to do my thing, we'll be respectful of each other, blah, blah, blah. But religion, as you all know, is huge for some people, for some cultures. Talk about it. Talk about your beliefs, how you want to raise your kids. Even if you don't want kids, if you did, you change your mind, like how would you want them raised? Like what are your opinions? You know, like or if only one of you is Christian, like do you want to go to church every Sunday? Are you willing to go to church every Sunday? Occasionally, you know, like just talk about it all because that's all very important.
Okay, so I have some questions for him, okay? There's this one that I love. I can't wait to ask him, but I guess that will be the end of the question. So the first one. Why did you join a dating app?
Just to try to find someone, just try to meet someone. I worked weird hours and I was in a new city. I don't drink, so like going to
Amen. He doesn't drink.
Going to the bars and stuff, that's just not me. So like just meeting people organically, it was a lot harder, and that's pretty common for people these days, at least in the US. If you don't drink it just makes it even worse. If you don't enjoy those types of establishments, there's plenty of other places to meet people, but like I I wasn't going to the public gym. I wasn't going. Didn't have any like third activity and stuff.
Is an introvert.
Yeah.
So, next question. Tell the truth and shame the devil.
Okay.
For how long were you single before you joined the dating site? Tell the truth and shame the devil.
I think it was about 7 years.
Damn, that is so nice. Okay.
Wow. Be respectful.
Yes, so.
I was working on myself.
How was your dating site experience? Like,
dating site experience. Terrible.
ooh.
Like until the end. I got what I wanted.
Why? What made it terrible?
It was just not fun. It just wears you down. It's just not fun.
How would you rate Boo out of 10? Forget about me, like in general.
I don't remember much about it. Like I said, I don't recall Boo being anything special.
Damn. You broke my heart into pieces. Am I not special?
You are special, but as an app, as a program, as a service, I don't know that Boo does anything different than anything else.
Okay.
And if you look, there's a good chance Boo is owned by the same people that own all the other dating apps. Like I said, it wasn't bad, but I just don't know that it did anything special. I don't know.
Do you think dating site is worth it? Like, would you advise someone who's single to join a dating site? Do you think it's worth it?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It wouldn't be my first choice. But there's introverts worse than me or like me. People work different situations. Maybe live in a small town. You don't get out of it very often. Whatever. There's nothing wrong with a dating site. In a perfect world, it wouldn't be my first choice. Meeting people in the real world, go do an activity or whatever, and meeting them great, there would be fantastic. But that's just not realistic.
See him giving you bad advice and he met his wife on a dating site.
Yeah, but like a lot of people, like I said, dating sites are not fun. They can be very toxic.
Yeah.
It worked for me, but that doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody. And like I said, I don't think it would be my first choice if you had that option. There's nothing wrong with it. Just tempered expectations, know if you have too much.
Okay, so let's assume, what would you advise someone out there? There's someone they're speaking and they've met online, they're vibing, now they're on WhatsApp or something else. How long do you think is the right time to meet in person? After how long?
How long to meet in person depends on how far away you are. If you are 20 miles, 20 kilometers or something.
Walk to that person.
Yeah, meet up in a neutral location. First dates like this, a lot, especially when you meet people on the internet, just go get coffee. Go grab a donut. If it's bad, you can be out of there in 5 minutes. You can stay there for hours if you're vibing. But if you're across the country, yeah, come on. Leave it alone. Come on.
Jason is always talking to our cats as if he's talking to kids, like babies.
She is a baby. So where were we? Wow.
How long should it take for you guys to meet?
Or if you're in different countries, that changes things. When it's going to cost you $1,000 or more, or it doesn't even matter if it's $200. Like, that's a lot for some people. Like, if it's going to cost you a lot of money to go see somebody, like, yeah, you need to plan. And again, make sure you guys are pretty confident that this is where you both want to be and everything. Be realistic, ask questions.
Were you confident?
Yeah, absolutely.
You sure?
Yeah.
Did I not force you to commit me?
No, absolutely not. So I don't know that there's a right answer or a wrong answer here. Yeah, because like if you lived closer, you would probably go see someone pretty quickly, a week or two, a few days. Like it's just to see like
To not waste your time.
yeah, but with long distance, like even like 6 months, like you know each other. You should get to know each other like pretty well. I would assume at that point, we certainly did, and so like the only reason we took so long to meet is just because of the distance. I don't think there's a hard rule of like how long you should meet. Like you shouldn't. I feel like while there are situations, especially if you're, I don't know, each person's financial situation and everything. If you're real far away and you're both broke, that makes it harder. No judgment. But if you're able, financially, I feel like a year or less, like so you can vibe and know each other in person. It kind of gives a sense that like the other person is committing, and it's like you see these posts and stuff. The guy like won't like seems to have all the financial stability in the world, but hasn't come to visit them after like 2 years.
Did you say have friends who are in that situation?
I think you might have had somebody. It might have been a YouTube story.
No,
I don't know.
I got like messages on my Instagram
Okay,
and
okay.
I needed your advice.
Yeah. So, but like, there's people out there in a situation where like, I think this girl was also from Kenya.
Don't give out tea.
The girl was from Kenya or something. Like, I don't know details, but like the guy was constantly traveling or something. Like the guy had money, right? Like he easily could have had an extra stop in Kenya for a weekend, but never did. That's weird. After like a year or two, it's going to depend on your financial situation and everything. But if someone keeps avoiding meeting, if they keep avoiding phone calls, if they keep avoiding video chats, that's a red flag. And I do think early on you should voice and video chat just to make sure that who you're talking, that the 22-year-old girl that you're talking to is actually 22 and not a 35-year-old man in his mother's basement. Same thing for ladies. Like make sure this 22-year-old guy you're dating online is not the 35-year-old man in his mother's basement. Like, just be smart with it.
Yes.
Do a little investigating, but.
The second last question. Were you only interested in black don't crack?
Black women.
Yeah.
No. I've always been attracted to black women, but it was never exclusive. Yeah.
And so for him it was
I just got lucky.
Yes. The
Blessed.
universe decided to bless him. So for him it was open to any race. Last question. Do you think, because it's usually like guys are the one who usually take care of women. Like, okay, women nowadays we also take care of guys, but in
Will you take care of me?
I will. In like, the society, like
Mm-hmm. No, I get it.
so do you think like should a guy send the lady the money before meeting?
Bear, hey, don't scratch on that. Come on. Do you want out?
Go play with your sisters and brothers.
We already have a kid. Okay. So if you just start dating or talking even, and either party is asking you for money, that's a red flag. It doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. Like maybe they don't have bad intentions. Maybe they do need $20. But just be smart with it, because a lot of scams will play on your feelings to get money out of you. So just be aware of that. The way I treated it was like very early on, like we did a voice call and a video call. I knew that
I was looking a mess.
She was gorgeous.
I was looking a mess. Nilikuwa nakaa chokora. No, not chokora. Nilikuwa nakaa mwenda wazimu. I was looking like a mad woman.
She had her hair in twists and it was in between hairstyles.
No, I had just undid my hair. Like, you see this one? It's need to go out. So, and I just had matuta. You know when you undo your hair, you don't even comb it. You just do like ugly style to go to bed. Yeah, so I was looking a mess. And I was not there like, I need a man. So I was like,
Her face is beautiful.
I was like, I'll receive this call how I look. If he runs, he runs. I don't lose.
But she's gorgeous. I verified that, the voice and the picture she sent, like those are her. So like I knew who I was talking to. And fairly early on, I sent her some money. Because it was
less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, because it was just before Valentine's Day. And, I told her, like, I asked her if I could send her money. I said, I can't, it's too hard to surprise you. I don't know your address and anything, so I can't, like, just do something. And I told her, like, I asked her if that was okay.
I was like, how can you someone, do you want me to
like
send you money?
everyone likes getting money and gifts and everything.
So what if I said no? Hopefully you could have insisted, like, please let me just send you money, beautiful lady.
Yeah, like, maybe I could have insisted. Like, yeah, I could have insisted, but like, I didn't have your account information. I didn't have your address. I physically could not do anything without your consent. But I told her, like, if you were here in the US, it doesn't matter if we were only here for 2 weeks or dating for 2 weeks, like, I would be taking you out for Valentine's Day. And I don't think that was necessarily bad. If it feels weird if, like you just start dating or talking and then she's like, oh, hey, can you send me $100? Like, again, maybe there's nothing wrong with it, but if one party is asking for money, as soon as you just meet, that's usually a red flag. Even in this situation of ours, like, even if you don't know, you haven't been, like, she didn't ask for money. I wanted to do it. We had only been dating for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, less than 2 weeks.
So it became like, that's on me, but like, I don't know, you just need to be smart with it.
And they always say, I don't know, I'll just do direct translation. If you're used to giving a dog food, or rather a cat, it will always come for food. So the moment he sent me the money, I was like, I'm locked in. You better don't stop. Because it was like, so because we are dating, Valentine is blah blah blah, I would love to send you something, and then now because you're my girlfriend, I would want to start taking care of you, paying your bills. I was like, hallelujah, amen.
So you were working at the time, and you would work all day, and you would just get paid very little compared to
American
US dollars.
Yes.
Kenyan,
it was like,
it was enough for her to pay rent and feed herself and do a little extra. Like, life is different there. And I told her, like, she can still do that. I'm not preventing her from working, but I just gave her a little bit each month to...
Every 2 weeks.
Yeah. But basically to help cover most or all of that. Because, like, her expenses compared to mine were very cheap. And, I wasn't preventing her from working, but... just
extra.
Yeah, just trying to take care of the woman that I was interested in. I don't think that stuff is mandatory, especially
It is.
especially outside of the U.S. It seems more appropriate and well received.
Yeah,
even in the US,
it's
people,
where like the. So when I came to the US, this is when I was like shocked. Guys, in Kenya, if we plan on going out, not if we plan, yes, but if you invite me out, if I invite my friend, if I'm like, okay, Winnie, tomorrow we are going out, blah, 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 bill on me, I invited you.
you don't
Yeah.
even have to say that. And, like, if she asks her friend out,
That's
it's assumed that the bill is on her.
yes, like unless I'm going to pay, my friend will be like, no. If I unless we're like, oh, tomorrow we plan, you know. If we plan, then we will share the like you will pay your bill, I'll pay my bill. But if I say like, Winnie, we are going out, bill on me.
Hi, Winnie.
Here, hi Winnie, I miss you. Here is where even like you go out with a guy, the guy expects you to pay. In the US is where I came to realize there's like 50-50. I'm not doing 50-50, yo. I'm not doing 50-50.
So
No.
So dating, sometimes I'd say a lot of the time the guy pays. Sometimes people do 50-50.
Ew.
It's
I get chills just hearing 50-50.
yeah, well, there's a lot of negative stuff with it on both sides. I won't get into it, but dating is kind of hit or miss. But like, if I invite all my friends out to dinner, it's basically assumed that, like, unless I specifically say I'm paying, it's basically assumed that everyone is paying for their own meals.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, unless someone's like, hey, I'd love to, but I'm broke, and then I'm just like, yeah, I got you, don't worry about it. You know, like, but it's not assumed in most circles. US is very big, so maybe this is slightly different in other areas of the US, but I'd say in most of the US and most circles, it's assumed that everyone pays their own.
Is it also assumed where you're from? Because in Kenya it is not assumed. In Kenya, I pay your bill. I invite you, I pay your bill. Yeah. You invite me, you pay my bill. Mm-hmm. Okay. Because even I miss my cousin. This day, she invited me at night out. Mentally, I knew I was going to pay the bill. This girl spoiled to me. She paid 10,000 shillings that I was supposed to pay. She paid it. I was surprised though. I was going out. I told him like, I beg, send me money. I'm going out. He sent money. I went out. We went to a posh neighborhood. We had fun, drinks, food. The bill, 10,000. Me. She paid though. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, my sister. Okay, rich friend. Okay, rich sister. Anyways, guys, so that was today's video. Those ones were like, by the way.
Yeah, extra.
So, thank you so much for your support. If you subscribe, thank you so much for being a part of this little family of ours. And if you haven't subscribed, or if today is your first time seeing us, kindly, we will appreciate if you subscribe. Yeah, kindly subscribe. Okay.
Time for the moment of truth. Go find out.
Yeah.